Welcome to the Urban Angle. Your city, your fish, your experience. With your host, David Kearney. Join us as we explore the opportunities, obstacles, and rewards urban fishing has to offer. And now your host, David Kearney.
I want to welcome you to the Urban Angle radio show. This is the first of many, featuring big city anglers grinding it out on their local waterways, shorelines, lakes, and ponds. We will explore on the Urban Angle the opportunities, obstacles, and rewards urban fishing has to offer. We will uncover the most useful tips and tricks from seasoned anglers throughout the world, revealing what works best for their waters. We will talk to industry leaders, stewards of our sport, professional anglers, and weekend warriors alike. Everyone has an urban angle, and we want to share their stories with you. I am your host, David Kearney. I'm from Toronto, Ontario. I'm not an industry leader or a professional angler. I think of myself now as a hobbyist when it comes to fishing, and it's a hobby that I cannot get enough of. This radio show will help to enhance and grow my knowledge about urban angling, as I hope it does for you, our listeners. You know, I, like a lot of Canadians, was first introduced to fishing by my father. He would often take me and my siblings to his favorite trout pond or up to the bays of Lake Simcoe for a day of fishing. I have such great memories of those days fishing with my dad. In my tweens, I was able to get out and explore the creeks, rivers, and ponds around familiar neighborhoods, spending lazy days fishing and exploring. Fishing was still part of my life, but as I got older, other influences of life started to take priority. Girls, work, music, friends, and of course, parties. Everybody loves a party. It wasn't until my mid-30s that I had found fishing in my life again. I was getting out fishing with my father again, taking weekend fishing trips with my brother and friends again. It was becoming an essential part of my life again. Unfortunately, in 2007, I was involved in a serious automobile accident. Things changed. My injuries were extensive enough that it kept me from working for nearly 5 years. What I gained from this experience was that the sport that I had reconnected with and made part of my life again would turn out to be the best therapy for me, both physically and mentally. The best evidence for this is in my right hand. It took the brunt of the injuries I suffered. The more I attempted to fish, the stronger my damaged hand would get. I had uncontrollable tremors that I began to gain control of. My fine motor skills were improving immensely the more I fished. And fish I did. I would fish close to home at first, exploring within walking distance the fishing opportunities available. As I got stronger, I began to venture further and be out for longer. I had the time to explore my city, see it from a different and at times beautiful point of view. Nearly everywhere I would fish, people would ask me, "Are there really fish in that water? Can you really catch fish in there?" Or they'd say something like, "You don't eat those fish, do you?" I realized at that point that the general public was not aware or just not informed of the opportunities, obstacles, or rewards that urban fishing has to offer. We fast forward to this moment now, and we hope that you will join us on this journey exploring the urban angle. Thanks for listening.
We'll be right back with more Urban Angle.
Kitefish quality flies are hand-tied to perfection. Visit us at www.kitefish.com for our complete line of products, including flies, beads, and promotional offers at fantastic prices. Use the code RADIO1 to get free shipping and no tax on your next order. That's www.kypefish.com.
Fishing, hunting, boating, and the rest of the great outdoors 24/7, 365 on Reno Viola Outdoors Radio. Download the free Reno Viola Outdoors Radio app or visit wrvoradio.com online.
Castle Rock Outdoor Marketing. We're here to help put your business on the map. At Castle Rock, we specialize in marketing for outdoor companies. No company is too big or too small for Castle Rock Outdoors Marketing. Contact us at castlerockoutdoors@gmail.com. Find Castle Rock Outdoors on Facebook and on Twitter at Castle Rock Media. Castle Rock Outdoor Marketing.
Welcome back to the Urban Angle.
My first guest on the Urban Angle is Taro Murata. Taro is a dedicated urban angler. He is owner-operator of Fish City Tours, a Toronto-based multi-species guiding service determined to get his clients onto the fish. He is an accomplished tournament angler, most recently winning the 2014 Bass Pro Open on Lake Simcoe with his friend and fishing partner, Paul Castellano. He is an Alumacraft Pro Rep, a speaker and lecturer at fishing seminars and on top of casting tanks, spreading his wealth of knowledge and love for the sport. A dedicated family man and one of the most energetic and enthusiastic anglers I have ever had the pleasure to fish with. Coming to us from his boat on the open water, Taro Murata. You ready to
I'm good
take
to go.
a question?
Yeah. I'm ready to take a question. Anytime, brother.
Hey, Taro, you know you're going to be the first guest on my show.
Really? It better be good then, eh?
Better be, eh? So I wanted to ask you about growing up in Toronto and fishing when you were young.
Fishing in Toronto. You know, I really started fishing in a conservation area with my grandmother. She was an avid outdoors person, not necessarily fishing. She was more of a bird watcher, and she used to kind of pull me into the conservation areas, and she brought a fishing rod along for me. And, you know, I'd dip a line in there with a worm and bobber, all real simple. And I caught lots of little fish, and I just couldn't get enough of it. And, but the one thing that my grandmother taught me was how to observe nature. So she knew everything about flowers. She knew everything about the birds and what to look for and how kind of nature worked. And so it was an observation skill more so that she taught me than actually fishing. But she introduced me to the outdoors and fishing. So that really inspired me to start. And then from there, you know, I grew up in the city. So my grandmother didn't live in the city. And I came from a family that nobody actually really was a hardcore angler. Nobody really fished. But I loved it. You know, I fell in love with it. And I watched this show on Rogers Cable 10 back then. And I always tell everybody about this one show. It was, what's it called? Cousin George's. Cousin George. And he used to do this show on Rogers 10, and he fished in all these urban areas. First show I saw him do, he was fishing in Toronto Islands catching pike. And I freaked out. I'm like, oh, my God, I could take the subway there. I could take my bicycle there and fish for pike. And what do you know? And now I have the access that I thought I had to good fishing previously. That show kind of like opened my eyes. Oh, man, there's fishing right at my doorstep. So I used to take the subway to Humber River for salmon, brown trout, Toronto Islands for pike, like I said, TTC take it away. And all my buddies used to go with me too, and they still talk about it. It was a great outlet for us, you know, a lot of things going on in the city growing up. And fishing was just a great outlet, a positive outlet to get out of all the chaos and everything and look at things differently.
What was your favorite fishing destination in Toronto?
Ooh, man, like it changed all the time. Like when I first discovered Humber River and all the salmon, you used to be able to fish up at the dam, and you'd see these huge fish jumping and be so many browns in there back then. You know, you just get addicted to that. So when that window came, like I was there every day, had my fishing rods in my locker. All my teachers were saying, "You playing hooky again?" I said, "Sorta." May not come this afternoon. I'm going fishing. You know, it depended on that window. Like when I first saw Cousin George fishing for pike in Toronto, it was all about the pike, man. You know, stoning the pike. And now it's like I like it all. And one window closes, another one opens, and I just like going through them all. Does that make sense?
You move species to species.
Yeah.
Awesome. And what's your most memorable fish that you caught in Toronto?
My most memorable fish that I caught in Toronto. That's a real good question. Oh man.
Was there one that you caught that you said, "Man, this is what I want to do for a living"? One
that I caught there. You know, I think it was the first. I think since the first moment I caught a fish, it's something that I wanted to do for a living. I think it was just in me. I just really wanted to be around it all the time and just couldn't stop. So I basically had no choice. Otherwise, I'd just be on the street. But so I had to find a way to make a living, and I'm lucky enough to be able to do so. But I think the big thing that opened my eyes that was possible was Bob Azumi and the Real Fishing Show. He's a half Japanese, half Scottish guy. I'm half Japanese, half Irish. So I kind of looked up to him, and he made it like made my eyes open. Say, this guy's making a living off of the sport I love. So that kind of was, I must have been 8 or 9 there, and saying, man, I want to do that. I want to be a pro angler. So I say about 8 or 9, seeing a Zumi and his great show back then was maybe the moment where I said I could probably make a career out of this, possibly. You know what I mean? It wasn't really a fish. I'd say it's more seeing him as a role model back then.
I've fished with you a couple times, and your energy and your dedication to putting your customers on the fish, and you have so much gusto when you're fishing. It's just so impressive. Like, where do you get that energy and that?
The mental drive, eh? It really is just about passion. How much do you love it? Like, I feel sick when we're not catching fish. I feel sick when I'm not around fish. I feel sick when I'm not getting bit. It's like a mental illness. It's something in me that I'm so addicted to getting on the wave of nature or the rhythm of nature. And I'm always just want to chase that rhythm and ride it as long as I can. And and sometimes I'm out there and I feel like I missed a few things and I could have done this better. And that drives me nuts. But at the same time, it drives me. I think I got attention deficit disorder or something, because I get bored very quickly, and fishing is one of those things that you can never fully hold it and grasp it. So I'm just never bored, and it keeps me going. It's like every time you think you got it, tomorrow you don't.
Exactly. Stay tuned for more with Taro Murata from his boat after these messages.
Interactive, educational, and inspirational is what Fishing Frenzy is all about. We have developed a school program based off the outdoor curriculum to cater to the learning abilities of all elementary school grades. Our school program is about teaching the next generation about ethical fishing and protecting our environment in a positive way. Visit www.fishingfrenzy.com. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook. That's Fishing Frenzy, friend with a ZY.
Looking for a secure, rugged, and portable solution for your outdoor storage or transportation needs? StoreStack has your solution.
StoreStack!
You dream it, they build it. StoreStack is custom shipping container modification and portable building fabrication. Think StoreStack for all your fishing, hunting, and outdoor storage and transportation needs. Visit us at storestack.com. That's STORSTAC.com.
StoreStack!
Kitefish quality flies are hand-tied to perfection. Visit us at www.kitefish.com for our complete line of products, including flies, beads, and promotional offers at fantastic prices. Use the code RADIO1 to get free shipping and no tax on your next order. That's www.kypefish.com.
We're back with Taro Murata.
How
many days are you on the water a year?
Now I'd say about 250 to 280, somewhere around there. I log a lot of hours. Sometimes I'm doing double trips, so I'll go from like Lake Simcoe in the day and then fish salmon at night this time of year. So, I'm around the clock sometimes. And it comes from passion. Like, you want to do this. It's a grind. It's a tough life physically at times. Building a business was really tough. It still is tough. You really got to love it, man. Like, if anyone wants to do it, make a career out of fishing, it's a tough gig, but it's possible, and you better love it. I think that's for any aspect of life is if you love something, no matter how tough it is, you may find a way to make it work. You know what I mean?
You have to have a passion for it.
You got to have a passion. So if your heart's there and you really love it, I believe anything's kind of possible now through fishing. I learned that through fishing.
And last year, 2014, you and Paul Castellano, your fishing partner there, you guys won the 2014 Lake Simcoe Open in Aurelia.
Oh, that was what a moment! I got a tear. I gotta tell you, like I wanted to work that time of year. Winter's coming. I gotta make money. I gotta support the family. That's my number one goal. And I wasn't really gonna do that tournament. Paul Castellano called me. He said, "You know what, Taro? When's the last time we fished together?" And I really thought about it. He's like my best friend. He's like a brother to me. And I thought about it. I said, "Man, we didn't fish together maybe a year, 2 years." I was thinking, I can't believe how time flew, and we didn't have that time on the water anymore. We always talk on the phone. So it felt like we must have been fishing yesterday. But when I thought about, it must be like 2 years now. I said, oh, we got a fish on here.
Another fish
on. Her. We got another fish on. But going back to the story, my clients are netting the fish now. And going back to the story, he just said, when's the last time we fished together? I said, 2 years. And I said, we got to do this, And he said, let's take it as a vacation and let's enjoy the day and just have fun. Who cares if we lose? Who cares if we win? Let's just, take it as a mini vacation. He put it that way. I said, okay, I'm in. Let's go have fun, and we had a laugh. And it just almost jumped in the boat. Oh my God! Get that around the engine, man. That's unbelievable. You wouldn't believe this, Dave. The fish went underneath the boat and almost jumped in the other side, hit the side of the boat. That would have been crazy, man. I wish we had a camera for that. That's crazy. See, that's why I don't get bored. You never know what's gonna happen out here. But that was the attitude, and I think that that positive attitude is just going to have fun. Like, people forget. Don't be so serious sometimes. Fishing is about fun and hanging out with your buddies. Oh, this is a monster, man. This is a giant. This is a tank, dude. This is an absolute tank. Oh, man. Big fish.
Big salmon.
That's a nice one. So, I don't know. This interview is going to be crazy. We're going in and out of fish to emotional stories. It's a roller coaster, but it's about fun. And I think that was the winning attitude. We just let things come to us and enjoyed the day. And I lost a few fish, and he says, in the tournament, I'm like, oh my God, I started getting tight. And he just said, don't worry about it, Taro. Just have fun, enjoy the day. And things just kind of went our way, and we won by, I don't know, a fraction of a pound. So it was lucky stars and just a positive attitude, I guess, and just and it just went our way. And I don't know, what a magical moment, Had Bob Azumi there, my hero, Big Jim on stage. It was just a nice moment.
Like it was
like
I
felt like Dorothy. I felt like Dorothy when she came home at the end of Wizard of Oz. To tell you the truth, sounds corny, but that's how it felt.
You just needed some ruby red slippers.
Yeah, that's ruby red slippers, man. Oh man!
So what's next for Taro? Like, what's on the horizon? You have anything in
What's
the go?
on the horizon? What's on the horizon? I'm happy what I'm doing every day, man. I don't want to ever give this up. I just want to keep being out here and be meeting new people and being with positive people. I really like positive people. Being around that nice energy is a good thing, It's a good life, If you love it and you get to do what you love every day, it's a good feeling. And I don't know if I want to change anything. I thought about it today when I was driving. I saw a lottery ticket in my window. I said, if that was a $10 million ticket right now and I won, would I really want to win it? Would my life change to the point that I wouldn't be doing what I do right now? I was like, maybe I don't want to cash that in because I'm happy where I am right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got beautiful kids, beautiful wife, great friends, and everything's good. But life's a bumpy road. I'm sure there's going to be hard times again and this and that. But right now it's a good moment, man. So I'm enjoying it.
Well, that's great, Taro. I can't wait to get out fishing with you again. Like I say, you always get your clients onto the fish.
Yeah, right now they're actually netting the fish.
Right now they're netting the fish.
Taking pictures of the fish while I'm here doing an interview. But they were cool. They say, hey, no problem. They'll do the interview. So it was real, man. And Dave, you've been. I think you're one of my first clients, man. And you've been supportive since day one. All love, all positive. Love all you guys, Dave Clark. Just beautiful stuff you're doing up there. And can't say enough good words about you guys, man. And thank you for that long-term support, man. Really do, man.
And like I say, you're going to be my first guest on the show, so I want to thank you, Taro. And
I hope this interview turns out okay, because this is a bit crazy. I'm going back and forth. I'm watching fish. I'm on the trolling motor, and we got 35K northeast winds. I'm just kind of blocked by a break wall here. So just to get on the interview, and I happen to have some fish here too, so we got lucky.
You got lucky. Hey, how can people get a hold of you if they want to get a hold of you?
I'm tough to get a hold of sometimes. I'm always on the water fishing. When I'm on the water, I'm just fishing, I don't answer my phone much. But anyway, they can get a hold of me. They call me, 647-278-5780. Might not get a hold of me during the day or some. I might call them back later, but they get on my email. That's probably better. taro.murata@gmail.com. That's a good spot. Email me. I'll get back to you. Facebook me.
And what's your website?
Instagram me. Twitter me. Whatever,
And do you have a website?
Yep. FishCityTours.com.
FishCityTours.com.
That's it.
Awesome. And like I say, Taro, thank you very much for talking to me. I know you're a busy guy and you got your clients they have to deal with, so I'm going to let you go. But
Thank you so much, man.
I look forward to fishing with you again real soon, and I look forward to talking to you again real soon.
Me too, brother. Always nice to hear from you, my man.
All right, we'll talk soon, Taro. Thanks.
Peace, brother.
Stay tuned for more of the Urban Angle.
If you're in the Greater Toronto area on Sunday, October 18th, come and celebrate the annual Salmon Run in Highland Creek. This is the Toronto Regional Conservation Association event, starting at 1 p.m. until 4 p.m. at Morningside Park, 390 Morningside Avenue, Scarborough, Ontario. There will be guided walks along park paths to see the salmon swim upstream. Come and meet fish, wildlife, and nature specialists, and afterwards, browse through the community event booths and food vendors in the park. For more information and to register for this free event, please visit www.trcastewardshipevents.ca. This event is TTC accessible and parking is available. We hope to see you there.
Castle Rock Outdoor Marketing. We're here to help put your business on the map. At Castle Rock, we specialize in marketing for outdoor companies. No company is too big or too small for Castle Rock Outdoors Marketing. Contact us at castlerockoutdoors@gmail.com. Find Castle Rock Outdoors on Facebook and on Twitter at Castle Rock Media. Castle Rock Outdoor Marketing.
Blue Fish Stewardship Tips. And now here's Lawrence Gunther with another Blue Fish Stewardship Tip.
I'm Lawrence Gunther, and this is another Blue Fish Canada Stewardship Tip. I'll be the first to admit that fish slime can be a real turnoff to someone new to fishing. You know, it gets on your clothes, gets on your hands, and it seems to be almost impossible to wash off. But you know what? It's impossible to wash off for a reason. Fish need that slime. It's their protective layer. It's all that healthy, super enriched bacteria that eats anything nasty that's trying to enter their body, that's trying to get underneath their scales. You don't want to wipe that slime off the fish. You want to make sure it's protected. That's why when you're handling fish, make sure your hands are wet first, your net is wet first, you don't hold the fish against your clothing, wiping off the slime, and you don't drop the fish onto the deck of your boat, onto the carpet. You want to make sure anything in contact with that fish is wet all the time. Keep the slime on the fish. Remember, for the latest stewardship news, listen to Blue Fish Radio.
I want to thank my guest, Taro Murata. If you're looking to catch fish and you're in the Greater Toronto area, hook up with Taro at www.fishcitytours.com. I also want to thank Lawrence Gunther, and we look forward to more Blue Fish Stewardship tips throughout our series. Thanks to our sponsors, and thanks to you, our listeners. I also want to give a big shout out to the Toronto Urban Fishing Ambassadors. Look them up at torontourbanfishing.com. We will be hearing more about this fantastic organization on our next show. We want to hear about your urban angle. Drop us a line at theurbanangleradioshow@gmail.com. I'm going to leave you with a little sample of the rhymes of Mike Marzini. All this and more on our next show. Thanks for listening.
I got a clinch knot, cinch taut to a 6-aught hook that's 6 sharp, twitching a chigger craw in the abyss, drifting by big rocks at 6 o'clock, listing hogs and switching it up, pitching ridiculous logs, rods with sensitive tip tops, watching the fish spawn. Was a cold, brisk dawn, had a sore winch arm from unhitching and launching my boat with stiff winds blowing. Just an angler, a warrior seeking down limb logs, twigs, or thick patches of pads to rip amphibian frogs. My hook sets are bliss tacks, straight up lip bombs. Give Rapala lip if lipless crank swims wrong. Live well full of pigs and hogs, it's just a fish farm. I a gnat cast, the crash pads, a massive bass that react fast, the fat shad that swim past with sass. Gnat punching with black tungsten, illicit bass munching, clack buzzing, attracts lunging lunkers, the spaz jumping. Billy Corgan sings a note when my cows smash pumpkin. So watch out, cows, the coppers are coming. The 5-0, you know what I mean, live target gammas I'm running. Go to anglersmusic.com if you want to hear something. I got to get my Yamaha started. I'm out.
If you like the show you're listening to right now, you can listen to it and many more just like it on Reno Viola Outdoors Radio. Fishing, hunting, boating, and the rest of the great outdoors 24/7, 365 on Reno Viola Outdoors Radio. Download the free Reno Viola Outdoors Radio app or visit WRVOradio.com online to see the lineup and schedule. That's Reno Viola Outdoors Radio, and enjoy the great outdoors.